you don't drive a Mini because it's so quick down the straight, you know, but we give it our all.
Calm before the storm as we prepare for the Gerry Marshall Trophy.
This means so much to us to come to here and race and do well. And I do maybe get a little emotional with the car. We just want to give it our best shot. It's that David and Goliath thing. They really want to see the Mini, you know, try and sock it to them. So, and you can genuinely feel it. You can genuinely feel it. You can see them waving their hats and really cheering you on. And it's great. It's the best thing ever.
We knew that the Mini in the wet should certainly be much higher up than it would be in the dry. This circuit, when it's wet, is really slippy, very high speed, so you just get your confidence up in it.
Well, being an optimist by nature, I'd say the track is getting drier out here. Maybe it's just that the light is starting to improve. It said on our timesheets this morning, sunrise at 6:08. Well, it might have risen, but not that we could see it. But I think we will before the day is out. So, onto their first flying laps, the Patrick Motorsport Mini. There he is, at work. He looks very relaxed, doesn't he, Bruce?
Nick Swift has gone fastest in the first sector.
Great shots riding along the pit straight, ever on the pit wall, no time to wait. The little Mini, did he improve his time?
He won 1:45.0, so that's the benchmark for the moment.
Nick was pole, then it started shuffling around a little bit, I got in.
Well, at the moment we are P1, but it's drying out every second. Andrew's done amazing. He just chipped off a second off of his best lap, so he's 9/10 ahead. This is what we want. We want an hour of this.
Mini has been quick from the outset. Nick Swift started. Andrew Jordan getting faster and faster. Ready for the timing screen trip over. Yes, he does, by nearly a second, 9/10 of a second clear. So Andrew Jordan, you can't see his face, but he's smiling, that's for sure.
This is good. Shall I park it now? I don't know. I keep nibbling away at it. It was starting to dry out a little bit.
As the track's just drying out, we're just gradually getting further back. So the big cars were now P4, and there's only 1 minute left.
When I go back and say it's all about enjoying it and relaxed, I was really annoyed after, because I had a little moment on one of my laps which we've looked at the onboard, realistically probably cost us pole position.
To me it felt like it was good grip initially, and then it just started going, and it got to that greasy stage.
We're up at the front. I mean, so close. It just was, I wanted that free front row.
Gerry Marshall was a legend in motorsport in lots of various different touring cars. This race for him has a huge variety of touring cars.
Those British touring cars ranging through the 70s up to 1981. This car is a replica of the car that won the championship in 78, 79 in the hands of Richard Longman.
This car up against the big Camaros and Rovers, it lacks horsepower compared to them, but makes up for in the corners.
We probably only race these once or twice on top of what we do here, so this is the greatest race to do it, you know, and this is what we built the car for, to do this race, so it's all centred around this weekend really.
For this year there's a different format. It's an hour race starting at 5:30, running into the dusk, 6:30. And then on Sunday there's a reverse grid race, so Nick will then do that, that's for the owners.
Right, here we go mate, this is what it's all about.
Take them down. Right, take them down. Take them all down.
This race is a real blockbuster. I think seeing these cars all in the right livery, we all obviously remember them well. First time around, it's just great to see them here and great to see so many fabulous drivers behind the wheel, and it just makes for the best possible racing, I think.
What fuel do you run this on?
Does it smell a bit then?
What's your plan? Because it's all going to bottle up on the inside, isn't it, I
Yeah.
think? Just depends what sort of start he makes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Chris Ward's going to be coming out the clappers.
Yeah.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is, it stays dry. We can only go backwards, can't we?
Yeah. But I think you know, normally when you're in the pack, it just momentum all the time, being in traffic. If it gets spread out a little bit, you'll be able to do your own pace. And
Yeah, exactly.
I sit back normally with a cup of tea and just watch and enjoy the first part of the race.
You know, we're going to go for it. First corner is our territory. The whole year of waiting to get back in it again. The weather might be kind to us. We might get a little bit of wet. If we can get in the top 10, I'll be over the moon.
That's a fantastic view from Nick Swift's Mini. Engine revs start to rise. And
Blondale jump the start. Well, we said before, Marcus, the little RS 2000, the Mini would be swallowed up at the start. How wrong we were. Nick Swift up into second place.
Nick made one of his very good starts. He was up to P2, he's P3 now.
It's coming.
here he comes, Chris Ward bludgeons through in the Rover. Mark Blundell tries to counter up into the chicane, but it's not going to happen.
Nick Swift attacking back at
And he's waving at Mark Blundell from the cockpit of his Mini.
So far so good, but there's a long way to go yet, and the big Camaros and stuff are on their way, so he's doing a cracking job.
Doesn't seem to bother to brake, he just throws the Mini in.
Driving a Mini on the race circuit it's completely raw. Set them up very, very stiff. You can feel every movement in the car. The back end's very twitchy. We just keep our foot nailed to the floor. It's all about corner speed. You know, we will just carry so much speed into corners. Hang on, it's going to be a wild ride.
riding with Nick Swift, looking forward to the battle for second place. Goes around, well, alongside at least the Escort on the start-finish straight, but Mark Blundell will have the right position for the corner.
Yeah, we're seeing the power tail already, haven't we? We've got the 3.5 litre Rover disappearing at the front, and the Camaro's moving through very quickly.
Did you see there Nick Swift looking in his rearview mirror, because what's getting larger is that big black and green Camaro coming into the back of the shot. Looks as though these two have not got much more time ahead of the number 11 Camaro, because the way they've been reeled in by... Almost talking himself there, Nick Swift. Oh, look at the pace with which the Camaro came past. No answers at all. Oh dear, smoking Bastos Capri, number 17.
He's flashing his lights at him as they come down the back straight.
Yeah, I'm about to get kitted up. Nick's doing a great job in fourth. We've got quite a gap behind, so a podium I think is going to be very, very tricky. We're coming in bang on half an hour, so splitting the race directly down the middle, so we each have equal amount of fun. Just getting into dusk now, so all looks really cool with all the lights on, so can't wait to get out of there.
Come in between the 20-minute mark in the race, which is 3 minutes away, and have to have made that pit stop, the obligatory driver change, before we get to the 40th minute of this 1 hour race.
Ward is in. Ward is in just before the half-hour mark.
Being careful. Stuart Graham, though, staying out.
That was awesome. Got back into 9th place. We were 4th when I come in, so there's a few cars that haven't stopped, so let's see what happens when it all pans out.
Yes, we're in that sort of time in the race where the order is very jumbled. For those who've pitted have tumbled down the order, they will be coming back up, though. So Stuart Graham is in the pits.
Oh, and here's the number 6.
It's Gordon Shetton dialing himself in, isn't it? They're now in the lead of the race. The Rover's gone through, and still the Camaro sitting in the pit lane.
I did the GT40 race at members meeting last year, which ran into the dusk. I think because you get in kind of halfway through when it is only just getting dark, it then gradually does it. You don't actually notice much of a difference really when you're in the car. So they fit some really bright headlights to it, so that's good. A lot of it, you've got your reference points for your turning and your apexes, so I can't really use that as an excuse, I don't think.
Mike Wilds has gone off in the Mazda.
Yeah.
Safety car. Safety car board.
So the safety car leading Gordon, Shedden around.
Shedden, the Alpha.
Those are the safety car conditions with 10 or so minutes still to go.
Yeah, we're back underway with 8 minutes to go.
In the thick of the action on the big screen there is AJ, as they call him before the race, Andrew Jordan doing his best in the Mini, and again tied as if he would. He's gone past Kerry Michael. The 10 Escort and the 60 Mini have been fighting from start all the way through to now. Great entertainment. They're going to go round either side of that Belga liveried Capri just for good measure. And
AJ's used that safety car start to perfection, hasn't he, to grab the full spot with the Mini and the Escort. Been battling over pretty much the whole race.
that checkered flag flying, the Ward Shedden Rover takes victory. The number 6 Rover.
Checker? So you're going to pass the line?
He's just done it.
Oh.
Literally just then.
So where are we? Fifth?
Fifth, I think.
Oh.
That's 10 seconds.
No, fifth. That can't be. We can't sniff at that. That is awesome. But let's go and see AJ and give him a well done, chum. Hey! Well done, buddy. Fantastic. 5th. Time for beer.
I keep coming back because the variety of cars is just out of this world.
Oh, I mean, it's got to be the greatest historic race in the world.
It just brings back that feeling and love of just purely driving a car. I wouldn't miss it for anything now.